Last time on Metaphor ReFantazio.
Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
We could... no. I shouldn't say it. Ask her on a date, boy! You know you want to do it! And now back to the story. Hello and welcome to the channel. We're back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. Last episode, we began the trial for the throne, and acquired ourselves a gauntlet runner, along with an ace mechanic slash pilot, Norris, I think his name was. He's a fun character, so I'm excited to make him a follower, because I feel like he's gonna have some fun interactions. And more importantly, but I'm less excited for, only slightly, is that we're gonna get a new archetype. I'm excited to see what he gives us, but he's not available right now because he's driving, so we gotta find another way to pass the time. I think the best thing for us to do would be to use the washing machine and increase our MP. Doing laundry will take my mind off of things and somehow increase my MP.
Understood.
Okay, let's... wait, hold on. Someone else's laundry's in here. I'll go get them and they can do laundry with us. Oh, cool.
Now then.
You've got to keep the water at a consistent temperature to avoid staining the clothing. Why am I a master of laundry, you ask? I didn't ask. Because my parents practically beat it into me. Any noble who can't wash his own clothes isn't worth the fabric he wears, or something to that effect. I had to learn all about different materials. Your parents are so cool. They're noble in more ways than one. In hindsight, I think they were trying to teach me not to take advantage of my title, wisdom that still serves me to this day. They wanted you to be self-sufficient.
Nonetheless.
The more time that passes, the more I understand how great my parents were. As life goes on, you appreciate their lessons more. I did laundry as Stroll extolled the virtues of clean clothes. Nice. With my mind and body refreshed, I feel my max MP has increased. By 3, nice. That's almost 1 full spell cast. I also found some money in the washing machine. Must have gotten mixed in with the laundry.
Huh?
Well, it's not mine, I don't think. Why don't you just hold on to it? Joel, if it's not yours, it was either already mine anyway, or you swiped some money from someone. Ooh, that's a big chunk of money. That's not just a few quarters left in the pocket. After drying everything thoroughly, we finished the laundry.
The gauntlet runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the gauntlet runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Nighttime. Desert camp. Oh, we're on deck. Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. It got darker as I was reading that. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the gauntlet runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martira. Our first time camping in the gauntlet runner. I'm kinda excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? What about you? Phew, I didn't realize how long it's been since we took a well-earned break. Hey, what are you trying to do here? Wait a minute. Where's Hulkenberg?
Your thoughts?
Oh, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter? Luxurious as a palace? Awe-inspiring? Tear-jerking? Absolutely. This runner's such a guilty pleasure. Though credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly. But that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks. 40 winks? Didn't make him a supporter, at least not yet.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll... that wording. Maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend some time talking with Stroll? Not right now.
I see.
Ah, that's alright. Where is Hulkenberg? There you are. What are you up to?
Well met.
Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hone my imagination. Not right now. Ah, well come visit me again when you've got some free time. I don't know if I want to start reading a book or talk to my party members. This does increase my eloquence, and I think that's the one thing I have not increased yet. Oh, that and imagination. I don't like how far behind eloquence is, so I think we're gonna read tonight. Let me save. Let's see what this book's all about. Let's become a better speaker. Both Ragnuses here definitely need it.
What's that?
Apparently, this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then, use flattery to probe for weak points. This is sounding much more sinister than I expected. I thought it was gonna be like casual conversation.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? To strike them down in one hit, to gain the upper hand, to exploit them without mercy. These are all so good. To gain the upper hand.
Sure.
So that you can gain the upper hand, perhaps.
No kidding.
Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be. I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
All right.
Oh, that's a big boost. I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in hoping negotiations go smoothly. Maybe I should have done this during the day. Actually, yeah, it's a small increase to MP. I think I should save the stats stuff for, like, way later. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Time's always marching on. Give it a break.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceed your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I'd feared considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it.
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But, just keep an eye on the road, okay, Norris? We'll arrive in Martira's in 2 days, huh? Ooh, is that a courage thing? Okay. Hold up.
What now?
But now is we actually do our first reload. We'll read during the day. We can do stat stuff in, like, late game or when there's nothing else to do. Actually, since I've already reloaded, I'm curious. Do different answers give me different amount of points? Or is it just for flavoring? To strike them down in one hit.
Got it.
I think it must be so you finish the fight in a single blow.
You're kidding.
But is it really still a negotiation if you beat them up? Shouldn't that be more of a last resort? I feel like studying the art of persuasion has slightly increased my eloquence. Okay.
All right.
I think that's a little more than slightly. We're gonna go back and say what I said before. Whoops. I accidentally took a screenshot. I didn't realize I had a macro for that on my controller. Okay, so now I know for sure. Different answers give me different amount of points. I'm not gonna reload every decision though if I make a bad one. Otherwise, these sessions are gonna take forever. I should have taken the opportunity to see what the third option was. Just so I can compare, like, what does it say when I do good, bad, and great? Now's as good a time as any. One more time now. Technically 2 more times, because I'm gonna go with my original answer. But we're gonna skip over that. To exploit them without mercy. To ensure they don't even have a chance to think.
You're kidding.
So you strike their weak points and then negotiate while they're still reeling from it? That's just brute force though. Verbal brute force. Slightly. Gotcha. So 2 options are slightly, and 1 is good. So it's not good, bad, great. It's bad, bad, good. Nurse has gotta be sick of me showing up here. Oi, lad, stop restarting the day. I'm getting tired of driving. Even I've got my limits, you know. Okay, so what do I want to do tonight? Also, why is this glowing? There are insects gathering by the campfire.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try and catch one. Lumabee. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so as far as how difficult increasing each of these is, courage definitely has the fewest opportunities, along with eloquence. Wisdom and tolerance I've already upgraded, so that speaks for itself. Imagination I've got a few opportunities, so I think we're gonna keep increasing our eloquence here. I really want to talk to my party members, but I'll be a little practical here. And besides, there's this. I'm in the middle of reading it. So, like, these will get their uses once. Once I'm done with them, they probably won't increase my stats anymore. So I should use them right away. All the character event stuff can be saved for later.
What's that?
Apparently, this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This next part reviews some basics. Even if you make a flawless first impression, as the discussion progresses, the other person may erect an emotional wall and start giving you the cold shoulder. No matter what you say, they'll remain unreceptive. For a second, I thought it was repeating the one before. In these situations, issue a challenge. You must shock their senses to break down their walls. Shock their senses? How would you go about doing that? Scare them, pretend to cry, stare them down. Okay, probably not this one, probably not that one. Maintain stern eye contact. Just stare straight into their soul, like I'm doing to you right now.
Look at that.
Stare them down or something?
Sure.
I'm sure that would come as a shock to some people, but most would probably just assume you're glaring. Whoops. Alright.
All right.
3 points then. Getting someone's agreement doesn't seem like it would be too complex, but there's actually a lot to consider. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time. Are the books like 3-parters?
Well met.
Ragnus, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. A game board? Oh. You're playing Risk? An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Try to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Hulkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game? Not right now.
Well then.
Indeed? Well then, perhaps some other time. Seems like you've got a courage thing.
Hey.
Hey Ragnus, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining my weapon may help me improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. Do you want to hone your weapons with Stroll? Maybe later.
I see.
Yes, it is rather a time commitment, isn't it? We'll be doing it till night, so yeah. Let me see what this other book is. Oh, Imagination. As I've already said, courage has very few opportunities to grow, so we're gonna spend some time with Stroll here.
Now then.
Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why, one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
That's a noble goal. How about you? I shared my plan, let's hear yours. What'll you do when the fight's over? I'm not sure, I'd like to help you, I want to travel. I'd like to help you. I'd like to help you with rebuilding. Haha, are you serious? I'm a bit relieved to hear it, tell you the truth. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise. We'll fight for change.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Ha! Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
You seem passionate about it though, so I'm glad to have you. I envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I do what I must.
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyway, the sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight, as well as increased my courage.
Now then.
4 points! Nice. That grew pretty quickly. I guess it's because there's not a lot of opportunities to increase the points.
Courage.
Courage. 'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. I'm now spirited. I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, chums! There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla.
Ooh.
And still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Ooh, that looks so cool.
Wow.
Oh wow, it's so pretty.
That's
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
Is it okay to breathe this? This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree, located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. That is so cool. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Norris pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him. Ooh, he's an artist too.
Hey.
Wow, Norris, how did you get so good at drawing? Probably making blueprints and stuff. Ah, my boy. Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it, as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Norris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there!
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. Not much to say, it's just really cool. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria. Huh. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely! Galka is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flights.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
Ooh, free stat boost. Nice.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing,
Oh.
concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself.
Is that what the little
Monsters
icon
run
was
rampant in the
that I
wilds.
saw in the last
To
episode?
stay here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party.
Okay, more, we
secured
get
their
it. The Gauntlet Runner is valuable.
Spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rockton Camp. More bugs. We'll be in Martira the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martira is. Memorandum. Tree of Prophecy. A towering, rich crimson tree of overwhelming presence that rises from the middle of the desert, roughly halfway between Grand Trad and Martira. In reality, it is a magical plant that feeds on ambient magla as its nutrients. As a result, it is sensitive to subtleties in nature such as weather and earthquakes, and is said to reflect impending natural disaster through the color of its foliage. In recent years, both its leaves and the surrounding fog have been tinged red, a never-before-seen reaction. And there's more monsters lately, right? That's probably why it's turned red. The superstitious wonder if this new omen marks dark days to come. Ooh. Another Luma Bee.
well met.
The cockpit appears to be up above here. I should stay away for now. Where are you, old chap? Oh, I should have been checking the pantry. There's some Orgo sugar and briny salt. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. I need to check this every day. There you are. Oh, that you, lad? Just in time. Mind helping me out a bit? I was about to give the reactor an inspection. Abstruse and convoluted as it is, rest assured a look won't do you any harm. Carefully inspecting the machinery might hone my wisdom. Do you want to help Norris make his rounds? Maybe later.
Right then.
Ah, well that's fair. Some days your heart's not in it for detail work. Give me a shout if you change your mind. You know, I think I'm gonna keep a counter for important characters I'm taller than. Look at me, I'm so short. The only people I'm taller than are a child and a fairy. I'm not sure if those should count, but I will keep a counter to keep track of the number of people I'm taller than. Wow, you are so insecure about this. Easy for you to say, you're smaller than everyone by nature. I mean, so are you. Damn it, get off my shoulder. I said get off! What are you gonna do about it, shorty? You can't run in here. I'll do this. She actually won't get off my shoulder. There we go. Oh, if I move and then stop, she goes flying off. Damn it, you figured it out. I think we keep going with eloquence. Yeah, this book outlines useful conversational techniques for convincing others. I'm almost done reading it. So this next session is probably the last. Let's read.
What's that?
Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This next part puts things into practice. Even if you follow the techniques explained so far to the letter, some people will still refuse to budge. Fancy words and calculated suggestions backfire on these types, because they're guided by emotion rather than logic.
Alright.
For them, the most effective thing to do is... Now, what do you think it is? This is a difficult choice. Honestly, I don't like all three of these. For the stubborn type, I feel like both of these would be ineffective. Let's go with this.
Look at that.
You could start pleading for their help.
Amazing!
That's exactly right. It says to keep saying please until you wear their patience down. I guess it boils down to brute force in the end. Okay. I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
All right.
I'm close. Still, persuading everyone is a monumental task, which makes sense. Everyone has their own values and way of thinking, after all. With that, I've finished the book. I feel like my understanding of the world has deepened.
Now then.
Ooh! Another bonus for finishing it. I am now articulate. Well, Ragnus in-game is. Ragnus the YouTuber probably still has a ways to go.
Eloquence.
Eloquence, 'tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with words from the heart to win the trust of the common folk.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passion may be inflamed. Now I can start working on imagination.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Time marches on, and so does our gauntlet runner. Oh, we're getting a cutscene.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Greenery!
Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Out of Sandland and into Forestland.
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the hell was that?
What the? Did we just crash?
Into what?
Of course not.
Oh,
That's,
an attack?
A cannonade.
Crap. Who did that? What's going on here?
My star is rising! Ah!
That is so dramatic, dude.
Sanctism will reign! Ah!
You know, this vaguely reminds me of the Bionis versus the Mechonis.
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Gideaux, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Glodell.
Yeah, and their aim is trash. They managed to hit us.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
And all these technicalities. It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
Actually, hang on. How does the king's magic affect monsters?
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
What are you doing here? Commentating?
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Glodell cannot match Gideaux's firepower.
Oh, hang on. I forget who's who. Gideaux is the Sanctus guy, right? Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Glodell if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Gideaux's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Do I actually have to make a choice here? I don't want to help him out, but if the plan is to get close to Luis, we kind of have to do this. You know, I don't know if it's like Shin Megami Tensei where my choices actually matter. I don't want to help him, he's kind of a prick. Oh man, if I knew I was getting a choice like this, I would have saved. I feel like publicly siding with Luis is a bad idea. Also, if Glodell gets taken out, that would probably actually work well in our favor, because Luis might want to replace him. On the other hand, I don't want either of these two to win. Let's see how it plays out.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Glodell's side.
Alright, fine, jeez.
I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Perhaps.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
Fine. I'm outvoted here.
Hey, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
Yeah, that's true. Like, we could end up turning them both against us, and interfering with a one-on-one battle like this might also hurt our reputation pretty badly.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
You're right, we need to take some risks.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
Wait, can we fight as the Gauntlet Runner? That'd be sick.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Glodell. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces?
He looks so distressed.
Well, sorry. Can't get into it now. That Gauntlet runner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
Oh boy.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Gideaux and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Peril! We can't target him.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I told you guys this was a bad idea.
I hate to interrupt, old egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God.
I don't like how smug you are about that. You're lucky I can't beat the crap out of you.
Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Gideaux himself.
Does that include AoE magic?
Go for his
I won't
followers
risk
first.
it.
We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I know. Chill out. Okay.
I won't hold back!
Let's start with Tarakaja and Stroll.
Here!
I owe you. I can't afford to hold back. I call upon royal power
That's right.
within.
You know, Forget might be really good. I don't know exactly what it does, but if it prevents them from using magic...
I'll crush you!
Observe the enemy. Charging in!
Oh.
To safer ground!
I forgot I had Mage on you. Let's try Fire.
Oh, mystic fire!
What could
Resist
you
that.
hope to achieve?
Oh no, he smirks!
Nice
not.
dodge!
Aha.
You've got some fancy footwork.
Too slow. Mage Hail.
They hit hard.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
That'll be his mistake. You know, it's a good thing smirks don't do the same thing here as in Shin Megami Tensei. Let's try Wind. I gotta find this guy's weakness.
Wind!
It's
With
not
these
bad.
fists, I strike for justice.
Oh, hang on. Let's block.
Staying on the defensive.
It resisted fire and wind. He probably just resists magic outright.
With blade in hand!
Let's target this guy.
Burn!
Sanctism is supreme.
What could
I'm
you
sure
hope
it is.
to achieve?
Power thrust. My defense is down. I feel like I gotta take out that mage.
We're not out of this yet.
Helpful as ever. Now, what's the play?
The play is Slicer. Get him. Not
Is
bad.
everyone all right?
Let's put another stack of Tarakaja.
Let me help.
My thanks.
I shall seize my chance.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back.
That's not good.
Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise,
Mage
my
Benevolence.
In there.
Ooh. That was weak.
Kneel before him.
Captain's hurt bad. Let's get him some healing.
Mage Holiness.
Sanctism will reign.
Captain, down.
I need something that resists light.
What can I do?
We're gonna retry this, but I need to see this guy's
Oh,
weakness.
shards of ice!
Resist.
I'm
They've sapped your
not out of
defenses.
this yet.
Okay, retry. I'm not sure if I can even win this. We gotta take out that mage.
Let me help.
My thanks.
Know your
Dang it, I
place.
don't have anyone with...
Peasants!
Excuse me? I do have such an ego.
I'll cut you down.
Slicer?
I shall show you.
We gotta
what
slice
true
our way to
magic
victory.
is. I
Pass.
defer to you.
And another Tarakacha.
Here.
Helpful as ever.
I gotta take out at least one of them before he starts attacking. That
What
hurts.
could you hope to achieve?
You'll see.
Me.
Oh!
Dang it.
This.
Rush.
What?
That's really bad.
Only a flesh wound.
Let's pass with you. Throw another stack of Tarakaja.
Helpful as ever. I shall.
Hit this guy as hard as we can. Actually, you know?
After me.
Ah. Energy Ray probably doesn't
No.
do anything.
It can't be.
Done yet.
Only 2 hits. That's so bad. Let's use this.
There.
I knew you'd help.
My thanks.
Might have to just retry this fight.
Will raise.
I do wonder what happens if I lose this fight.
This is God's judgment.
Wasn't enough.
That is game over, so not a scripted loss. Definitely need to adjust my team. Think I gotta put Knight back on you.
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
I don't think they use fire, so I'm good to keep Seeker. Think you need to swap out though.
In the name
Warrior.
of justice.
I could use healer. That might be the best option. I want to make this stronger, but I think I'll need this to get through the fight.
The power of healing.
Let's try taking Conde.
All right.
And now we pass the time again.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I'm well aware, jeez. I didn't put Tarakaja on, that sucks. Let's try hitting this guy with lightning.
Roar!
Prepare yourselves.
Slicer! Let's see if this guy's weak to pierce attacks. Nope, that's not. Oh, he is.
We can do this.
She didn't get a cool animation for it for some
Midas
reason.
power.
Okay, good. I know one of that guy's weaknesses. This guy probably won't be weak to light, but might as well test it.
Light!
Witness the power of
He doesn't resist it. You won't be smirking for long, buddy.
Is that all?
What could you hope to achieve? Brace yourselves.
Spear Monk says, brace yourselves, he knows what's
Give me
coming.
your aid. Something else.
Slice him up.
Slash.
Is every? Let us fight as one.
Thankfully, this hits just one person, so
Let me help.
you can't escape this.
Behold my power.
To him.
You're done.
My power.
Now, for you,
Come forth, royal soul!
we can just keep hitting this guy with magic.
Flare!
He takes way more damage than the other guy.
No holding back.
I'm probably just playing to my strengths now. Slicer! Oh, he resists that. Of course he does. Why are you still so cocky?
You have a fancy footwork, Stroll.
He has no right to be so confident.
Oh, power of heroes.
Like it or not, I gotta focus on this guy.
I crush you.
Critical!
Know your
Light him,
place.
Hulkenberg!
He did resist that.
Light!
I think we just keep using Slicer.
Hack and slash.
Damn
Not
you.
done yet.
I defer to you.
Pass over to you, and...
Flare!
not Conde, Hama.
A tough one.
It's so ironic that I'm killing this guy with light.
More resilient than I expected.
Boss, they've been killing us for the past 2 turns. We've already lost the man. Can you please help us now?
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back.
You should have stopped holding back 2 turns ago.
Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
Hang in there!
Only a flesh wound.
Is that all you got?
Sanctism will reign.
Hulkenberg is
Not
badly
yet.
wounded.
Don't
Someone
underestimate
heal her.
me.
She can heal herself.
This should help.
They can't hit our
Power
weakness.
of healing. I won't hold back!
Do I have anything stronger?
Let's work together!
I've got Medica.
Maybe there's a better choice.
That's it.
Light! Still here?
Damn you.
If Baldy heals again,
Let's try this.
then
Resistance
my
is
damage
futile.
output might be too low for this.
Sanctism will reign.
Ow. Ow.
Take this!
Ow.
On.
Aha!
Nice one, Captain.
She can make a proclamation.
Is that all?
Behold
I won't
my
hold back.
power!
Flare!
Hama. Nice. Got him.
The faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
No, not all of them. Who's protecting your gauntlet runner right now?
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
What did you expect? You left it unguarded.
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
And since you're not on it, we can just decimate it completely.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
He would have been out of this trial if he didn't leave right then and there.
Hey, get down here.
I feel like he's not going to appreciate our help. Who's that? Is that who I think it is?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
Is that the performer we saw last episode? I wanted to help. Are you hurt? I guess you live to see another day. I feel like he's not going to be too happy if we're too friendly, so I guess you live to see another day.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of.
Maybe not the smartest choice.
Why, Glodell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Eyes are so shiny. Wait a minute. Hang on. Random thought. Is she related to that one guy we saw one time in Grand Trad? Their eyes are similar. I remember thinking his eyes were pretty crazy too. They could just come from the same tribe. That's probably it, because otherwise I don't really see any distinctive features on her.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Junah the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
So you're part of Glodell's crew?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing
little
you're
prickly.
Used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love.
Okay, chill out,
You
Norris.
bested Gideaux. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Okay, first of all, it sounds like you're having trouble containing yourself. Second, look behind you.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Yes.
But that's... oh...
He's gonna
blast
explode.
it all, I can't take it anymore.
Oh, of course.
No,
What did I expect?
Anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
That was a good bait and switch.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Junah! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
I barely knew who she was.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand?
She's all yours, buddy.
Then, on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
Take a deep breath.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Oh boy. A flyer. Who's that?
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
Looks like you've got an interesting crew of your own. You look so pissed. Why?
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Glodell got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Junah.
I love how his eyes are shaking in the portrait. It could have just been fully static, but I love that little detail.
Glad to see Lady Junah's safe, at least.
That is a deep voice.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess.
Ooh. Is this the first time we got to see your portrait? Because I think you've only talked in the animated cutscenes. Damn, he does look good.
I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
The protagonist. I'm a candidate, we're your supporters. Take a wild guess. Let's go with this.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne.
Maybe that wasn't smart to say, because he could just shank us here and now.
One
Probably
would
doesn't
think
see us
you
as a threat,
commoners,
though.
but for the Lady Knight at your side, and you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Don't worry, I spent the past 2 days increasing my eloquence. He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? To help save the prince. Let's not. We gotta go with this, because both of these are like, oh, you're a threat. Well, die.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
Yep.
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Gotcha. Anything else you need help with? I've been learning how to cook.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
I don't think we should let him know that. Oh well, cat's out of the bag.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
We just gotta roll with it.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
You guys, yeah, we've got our work cut out for us. She called us loves! Oh my gosh, my heart's going to explode!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
It's kind of concerning that he knows we can use magic without igniters, though.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the gauntlet runner.
I kind of wish that didn't auto-scroll, because I will always instinctively press the advance button.
Did you hear that?
I did. Hey, Norris, the speaker's on.
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
I'm sure he's just being dramatic, but yeah. Oh. Right, we did take damage.
Hey! Norris, you okay?
I see something that looks kind of iffy there.
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
I don't think it is.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
Ah, no hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
You need some inspiration, huh?
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding.
Oh, the PG. Yeah, I've met them. In another game, at least.
Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
This is a post-apocalyptic fantasy, isn't it?
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely
like what?
Inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you seen one? Who did you hear this from?
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, he already answered that question. I'm dumb.
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Imagination, you say?
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
Bah, old news. I need something new.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay.
But he hasn't kicked the bucket
where's
yet.
this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira.
Oh.
A village by the name of Camero or some such.
So, the place where we're going. Maybe I should look into Camero when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
Providing a spark. An old inventor Norris once knew is living in Camero, a village near Martira. He may be able to tell us more about the relic he once showed Norris. We left Norris, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner. This the third day?
Oh.
So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Not so fun anymore, huh? Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage can never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies. I am grateful. It's just hard to show while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Bardon, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client, Bardon, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
It better be. Ooh. Down on the cliffs.
'Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a kidnapper on the streets or something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She is also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church.
Of course she is.
She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the
Briganti.
locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Let's change their mind. Oh, maybe this is what... No. I don't think Joel really had a plan. Like, a deep one. Just kill the bad guy, get some public favor, get on Luis's good side.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Oh boy, we better hope news doesn't travel fast. No, it's already traveled fast. I mean, news that we interfered.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is a tyrant. All fights have casualties, it's not my business.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
You should just keep your mouth shut.
Captain.
Leave the
you
line
sure
to
we
the
can trust
experts.
These strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
I think we should let him in on what we're doing, because otherwise they're gonna find out that we attacked the Sanctus guy, and shit's gonna go downhill.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Alright.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Nope.
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Ooh, we get a bath now.
Come, everyone. This way.
Off we go. Nighttime. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but it looks good.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Giant larva? I don't know. The way it's segmented in that thing at the end.
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Well, it's probably good, so let's dig in.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Okay, you don't need to be so specific, just let us bite into it.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Of course she's gonna dig in, she's the one who said anything is edible if you cook it well enough.
Sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Joel looks so freaked out.
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Yeah, I don't want to eat this when it's cold, so let's just dig in.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
The rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate.
You can tell the kind of person someone is from the way they eat. That's what I learned from Irma.
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit.
Okay.
But it's harmless, I assure you.
Shut up, please.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Okay, so Hulkenberg is a foodie and a fangirl. Good. Some more stuff to round out her personality.
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
Ugh.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
I'm worried, because has he asked for ransom? If not, that's very concerning.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
And the kids.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm's territory, yes?
We can, get some larvae while we're there. Bring home victory and a feast.
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't gonna make this easy for us.
Oh, gotta travel some more?
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Giant sandworm's nest. A giant sandworm's nest in the wasteland. Okay, so the giant is capitalized. It's not a giant nest, it's giant sandworm nest. Reputed to be the hideout of Heismay the Kidnapper, the area is subject to a unique weather phenomenon known as the sand flash.
Let's see here.
That's giant sandworm's nest. Back out.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
We'll get the job done.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful.
Look at my
to have
smile.
you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
Look at that slight smile I'm giving off.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
And by anyone, we do mean anyone.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you.
Just don't describe them and I'll wolf it down.
Now this.
Oh.
This is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this
Shut the fuck up.
as any dessert.
I don't like the steam that's giving off. That looks pungent. Someone needs to tell this man that you don't have to describe the food in detail. It's more appetizing when you don't know. Or at least let them get it into their stomach first.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Y'all eat a lot of sandworms, don't you? There's a lot around, I guess.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
Oh, look at her chewing animation. Let's eat before the guy starts talking about it again.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
I was ready to yell at this guy to shut up.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I've had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? Luckily, charm isn't the stat I have to worry about. Kind tavern staff.
Pleasure to see you.
As requested by Bardon, the entire tavern has been reserved for your party's private use today. I had to kick out a house full of drunkards for this, so I hope you're all worth it. Still, it was nice of you to come all this way, traveler. Please, make yourselves comfortable. The beds are in the back, past the door next to the desk. Wolkenberg, are you still eating? What is that? Have you heard of ice cream? Oh yeah, well it's like that, but it's actually worm blood. Oh. I'm good. All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martira is a fine city indeed. Which makes this Heismay's offenses all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood. I would not be surprised if the man's given in to despair. I'm wondering if it's gonna be the church's fault. Visca Alba guest room. Oh, hello, Stroll. Finally free of those tiny runner bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? I love a good inn. The runner wasn't so bad. Either works. It's a lot more cozy.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the bed at an inn.
Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runner, so I rest a little easier in an inn. I wish Norris would come inside with us, but I suppose if the runner is a castle, then he is its king. I wonder if these rustic flowers were gathered from somewhere nearby. They smell great. There's a pitcher of water. Should I take a drink? Sure. It tastes like a bug flew into my mouth. Ugh. I obtained 1 gold beetle. Oh, I can feel the skilled craftsmanship in this cupboard. Looks like there's something in the back here. A medicinal herb. Hey, not bad. Maybe Bardon left it there for us. Or maybe we're just ransacking the place. A well-built fireplace. The winters here must be harsher than the ones in Grand Trad. This is a really nice place. So, next episode, we're gonna check the town out. I really hope we find some new followers. There's actually only 7 left. There's a total of 14, so we've found half of them. Actually, no, forget the followers. I want a 4th party member, because I feel like we're struggling a bit with only 3. I can't imagine that we don't get another one. I can't think of an Atlus game that's ever had less than 4 party members. That's enough yapping. That's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future episodes. And remember to leave a like while you're at it. Hope you have a great day. Cue the outro.